Good morning, sir.
Okay, for a while lang, no? Just look at your... So you are Liza Grace Aguas,
Yes, sir.
correct? Okay, so for a while now, I'll just check the document. So, how are you feeling today, Miss Liza?
I'm great. Thanks for asking, sir. How about you?
I'm just fine. Okay, so I am Surgeon Bigonanan, the Education Program Supervisor in charge of English. And I will be okay listening to your sharing okay today. Hopefully, to be able to provide me relevant and informative answers. Okay, so would you like okay to tell me something about yourself just before okay we start, Miss Liza?
Um, I've been applying for this position, I guess, for almost 3 years now. And
Okay.
although I have a permanent job right now, I still would like to be part of the Department of Education because of the job that I have right now. I can see that there are a lot of potentials with our youth today, especially with our students who are on the senior high school program. And this is something that I guess I can help on my own because I've learned so much into the profession that I have right now. But there are a lot of things that um, our youth today needed to get to the skill. For example, if they would like to get a job, the English language is very important to make them express themselves, to get the communication skills for each company required to. And although I am paid well, I still would like to be part of the Department of Education because my advocacy is to really help our students to become equipped and to be fluent into the English language. I'm sorry, sir, I can't hear you.
Okay, so that's nice okay to hear from you. So how long have you been teaching at? You're connected right now with, I think, senior high school, no? Sa Adel Grace.
Um,
Arayat Holy Child, sorry. Arayat Holy Child as it's 2018. So what, you are okay a trainer right now, sorry, okay, at Teletech, SMOK Pampanga. So, but you had okay your teaching experience before, right? At Holy Cross
Holy
or
Child.
Arayat Holy Child, okay, Educational Foundation. And you had okay 1 year no, of teaching experience. So, uh, let me just ask you okay, to recall your experiences at Arayat Holy Child Educational Foundation Incorporated. So what specific subjects did you handle there?
A lot actually. I think there are 8 subjects. I've taught reading and writing, English for specific for academic purposes. I've also teach world religion, 21st century, and then I've also had environment technology, introduction to philosophy, and then I was also assigned to teach personal development.
Given okay, that you were asked to handle different of these subjects, even those of you that are not within your line of specialization, what specific strategy did you use or apply in order okay, to somehow become effective in delivering the content uh, as well as the skills no, required by students in those particular subjects? Because I heard you handled okay, subjects no, that are not really in English.
I always advocate adult learning. And when we say adult learning, we have to guarantee that they know, they learn by doing. That's one of the pillars that we needed to inculcate to our learners, that we are facilitators of learning. We do not just dictate them, we do not make them we do not conduct lectures, discussions, but we advocate learning by doing. And that's one of the strategy that I incorporate with the curriculum, especially with the K-12 curriculum. There are a lot of activities, especially for performance tasks, that they needed to do something. They have to produce something. And that's the way that I impart my knowledge, because there are times that our learners will get bored with the discussion. It's very important that we have a lot of activities that we can conduct during those subjects, especially for empowerment technology. It is requiring our student to make some PowerPoint presentation, Excels, which are lifelong learnings that they can utilize when they get to work.
So far, okay, with your 1 year of handling the senior high school students, what was, okay, so far the most extraordinary, or probably the best practice that you have used in order, okay, to make your students master the lessons, the competencies?
It varies for the specific subject that I am teaching. For example, if it's going to be personal development, there are some strategies that were done before by a previous teacher that they would like them to present in a modeling part. But for me, I've incorporated variety show. This is a performance task at the end of the at the end of the semester. The variety show is enhancing their skills to have the to incorporate their interpersonal skills, and there are hosting, dancing, singing, and writing script. So in that way, it's a holistic approach. Our learners will learn in a different manner. They will also learn how to work with their peers, and they will surpass their insecurities on the stage. So that, I think, is one of the competencies that we would like to enhance for personal development. And if it's going to be in a different subject, for example, if it's going to be empowerment technology, I require them to utilize blogs, which is going to require to use technology. And it varies. Again, if it depends on the competencies that a specific subject would like to enhance our learners.
And so far, how are those strategies translated into performance of your learners? What can you say about the performance of your learners? Somehow did they improve after the use of these strategies? Like you said, okay, you require them to make use of PowerPoint presentations, the videos, and so on. So would you like, okay, to share to me?
Yes, definitely. One of the circumstances that I have encountered, our senior high school student, even though they graduated grade 10, they don't know how to present PowerPoint. They don't know how to edit PowerPoint presentation. There are a lot of students that are not technologically savvy. But then again, if they are going to be exposed and they are going to work within their teams, their group mates, they will learn how to navigate PowerPoint presentation. And what is good here, I collaborate with my co-teachers. For example, if it's going to be a Research 1, Research 2, I am requesting them to present their work for the Research 1, Research 2. In that way, it's going to minimize the burden to our learners that they have to do a lot of things in different subjects. And if I'm going to collaborate with my co-teachers, in that way, they will become expert in different if it's going to be for Research 1, when they are going to present their work, it's already polished into the subject that they have with me. if it's empowerment technology, they have to present their statistics, right? If it's going to be via graphs, um, they will be able to um, see what are the things that they needed to correct into their presentation. When they get to the research one, their thesis defense, it's already good for them.
Okay. You have been out of the teaching for almost more than 2 years, right? 2019, and so far, what are the things or activities that you've been doing so that you can somehow upgrade and update your competencies, especially now okay, that we are in the new normal education and classroom setup okay, has changed a lot, including yung mga methodologies and strategies that we use and apply in teaching our learners using the different modalities in teaching and learning.
um I am ready to pursue master's degree. However, I am in the field of a trainer at Teletech, which is exactly the same way what I'm doing when I was a teacher. We are facilitator of learning. We advocate adult learning. The same platform that we utilize at the Department of Education, it's the same platform that we utilize as a trainer. Because I think there are a lot of things that I have learned as a trainer at Teletech, wherein it enhanced my communication skills, my strategies, because the strategies that I'm using are upgraded, if I may say, because I learned how to train people, professional people, to utilize the virtual environment and make them learn how to talk to customers, how to how to gauge our customer. And it's the same way, it's the same environment with how I teach the students. However, this had made me a lot better as a teacher because there are a lot of feedbacks. Each week, I receive feedback with my training supervisor how I should facilitate my students. And good thing, we also have Jan Dewey, Ivan Pavlov. They also utilize this system, the platform that we use at the Department of Education, the same way that we teach our professional agents into the virtual environment that I'm in.
Unfortunately, today, most of our learners do not have the internet, the internet connectivity, and so most of our teachers are having difficulty communicating, providing feedbacks and consultation with our learners because it's basically modular instruction okay, that we use. So far, since okay, you said that this okay, but what you're doing right now at Teletech somehow can be compared with the things okay, that you will probably be applying when you will be given the opportunity to work in the Department of Education. So, what specific strategy would be best to apply given that this is again the setup, the scenario right now in the public school where there is no 100% opportunity to talk and to provide assistance of the learners?
That's very good question, sir. Because I have three children who are currently in a different modalities. My eldest will be in a virtual. They conduct a lot of virtual meetings with their teachers, and then my two children are studying at a public school wherein they are in two modular learning environment. And what I as a mom, okay, as a mother, I can stand for the sacrifices of our parents because it takes a lot of patience, and I am very much aware what are the things that we should be improving, what are the opportunities that we have to make it better, one of the instances that I can share to you, Sir Jun, is that my children do not receive feedbacks. When I say feedbacks, they do not get back their outputs. And what I mean, if they are going to receive back their outputs, and there are some feedbacks that our teachers will be providing, in that way, our learners will know what are the things that they needed to improve. I'm not sure if it's this particular school only, but that's what I'm looking for, because that's what I do with my learners. That whenever they are submitting some of the requirements, I make sure that I read it. I make sure that I'm going to have my rubrics, my criteria, and then I am providing feedback. Each one output. That way they know that our teachers are really checking the outputs of our learners. That way they are going to pursue in the next activity. My teacher is checking my output. He or she provided me this feedback. I should do better on this part. And I don't know if it's just on my school, on the school of my children, but I do hope that other schools are getting back or returning the outputs of our learners. And that's what I think I can advocate when I get into the pause that I'm applying for.
Okay. So one of the most common challenges of our teachers right now, relatively to the performance of their responsibilities, is stress, no? Over modular learning. For one, okay, they say okay, that the nitty-gritty work of printing, collating, all modules to be distributed and then later on to be retrieved, plus all the other works and reports, responsibilities okay, that they have to accomplish somehow are causing so much of this stress among our teachers. So in your case, okay, given that you've been out in the teaching for almost 3 years, and since okay, it's a different thing right now in the new normal education, how do you think you will be able to survive this one challenge which most of our teachers really find difficulty adjusting, even though we have been okay in the situation for almost a year now?
We always should be having a system that's going to be easy for teacher to follow. And we already have a system for the Department of Education, how we prepare. There is a calendar that we needed to follow, when is the time that you're going to distribute modules. And I suggest that we should always have a system, a personal system for each teacher. I myself, if I will be teaching to the public school, I have to make my own system to make it easier. Like for example, in a household, you have to find specific time for laundry, for specific time for cooking. And if you will be finding time to make a system to manage the time, it's going to be easier for our teacher. Let's say if you are going to make a module for your specific subject, English. For my subject, English, I have to make sure that I am targeted with the time that is relevant to our learners. It's not just me, it's our learners. And in order for us to minimize the stress, you have to be organized. And in order for you to organize, I would emphasize the system. If you have the system, how to make it easy for you, that's going to make it better for our teacher. Let me just explain it further. For example, if there will be some mix learning environment for virtual, for modular, you have to make time, a schedule. For example, it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday for module, and then Tuesday and Thursday, that's going to be for virtual. In that way, you are not exhausted as a teacher, and there will be varied strategies that you can apply. And that's one of the things that I have the strongest point, because I know how to create a system on my own and how to manage my time.
finally, since you are now living Teletech, Teletech SM, okay, Pampanga, what are so far, okay, give me at least, okay, two of the most extraordinary or most outstanding, rather, outstanding or excellent achievement, okay, that you will be living the Teletech, and which, okay, you will be bringing into the Department of Education.
Is it in terms of the teaching strategies or
Not
as
necessarily general in terms of achievement. And now we're talking about achievement here.
okay?
What are two of your remarkable achievement that you're going to leave the Teletech, and which, okay, you will be bringing into the Department of Education if given, okay, the chance?
I'm not going to. I don't know if it's going to be sound like I'm bragging, but I've been one of the best trainers of Teletech. We are 30 trainers apparently with different line of business, and I am always at the top three as the best trainers, and I always receive extra miles award wherein I will be receiving extra incentives. That's what I always do. Even if I was part of the Arayat Holy Child, I always do extra mile. And when we say extra mile, the first month that I teach, that I've taught senior high school student, if I say something, I make sure that I do it. Let's say our learners are late, and I say I'm going to talk to your parent, and that shouldn't be sounding like a threat, but it should be sounding like a professional advice to our learners. And I did that that I will be talking to your parent the first month. In that way, our parents are aware what are the achievements so far for the first month, not the first quarter, not the second quarter, but the first time that we have identified this behavior that needed to be correct. That's what I learned at Teletech. The first time that we identify a specific behavior, we have to work on it as early as possible in a timely manner. Because if we are just going to be complacent and we let things the way they behave at the training environment, at the learning environment at school, that's what they are going to be a long way with the time that they are going to be with us. And that's what I am strong with too, because I would like to get an environment that has respect as a teacher and to our learners that is aligned with the how parents should be working with us.
Okay, thank you so much, okay, Miss Liza, for sharing your experiences, okay, with me today, and hopefully you'll be able to make it to our list of qualified teacher applicants. The last time, okay, you joined the ranking, did you qualify? The
Yes,
first and the second?
yes, sir.
Okay. So you were not just, okay, given I think the RQA, okay, last year was exhausted. Were you not given an item?
I don't know. I wasn't able to provide an item. I applied at Husnia Civil High School, and there are no vacant position for English majors.
Okay, because I know our RQA was exhausted for school year 2020-2021. So hopefully, okay, you'll make it this time and you'll be able to get a permanent item at the Pampanga. So
Cross
with that, okay,
fingers.
good luck, and see you in your demo teaching.
Thank you, sir. See you around.
God
Thank you.
bless.
God bless.